action figure fans, and on today's episode, thanks to the absolutely incredible support by the folks over at Mattel, we're going to be taking a look at the new Jurassic World Dominion, Thrash and Devour Tyrannosaurus Rex. A new version of Rexy coming to us with a more accurate paint-up of how she appears in the newest Jurassic World film. For the package, as you can see, you got this open package which allows you to kind of play with the toy and, you know, like get her to talk to you and, hello, I am Rexy, rah, rah, rah. See all the features and everything down there. You got that gorgeous background with the T-Rex right there. You got a kind of forest scene. And like I said, play around with the figure. Also shows some of the features such as the little tab right there. Come around to the back of the package and you got the product shots and a demonstration of her action feature, which she can thrash to destroy things and then devour them. Now, she doesn't have an actual hole to go into her stomach like that super colossal T-Rex did, but there is a gap, which you'll see here in a little bit. But for the packaging on this beautiful, iconic creature, that is about it. So without further ado, let's get her out here and see how cool she actually is. And here we have Rexy opened up and out of her packaging. And this is an absolutely gorgeous, updated representation of that iconic character. We've gotten a lot of T-Rex figures from the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World film over the past couple years. And this one might be the best. The detail on it is exemplary. The coloring is all really well done. And just, she looks gorgeous. Now, for comparison, the one that I've been using, honestly, I don't even remember entirely the name of this one, but this is the one that has been in my display for the longest time so far. You can see, though, that while the coloring is a little bit more accurate in terms of, like a lightness, I guess. I shouldn't say more accurate. The realistic look of this new one is so much better. A lot of the details are very similar. You know, you got the little ridge around the eye section. Unfortunately, this mouth is always open as part of the gimmick, which I like because it allowed me to kind of display her with that iconic roaring sort of pose. But when you look at just the sculpted in detail with the new one, I mean, you can see also size-wise, she's a little bit bigger, which I like. You can see just a lot more sculpted in molded detail. And then also, the paint application is so much nicer. With the darker wash throughout her, it gives her a more accurate sort of representation. Now, granted, for the most part, Rexy is at least about 30 years old. The Jurassic Park film, which introduced her, came out almost 30 years ago, 29 years, I think. And you gotta believe that she was a little bit older when we first saw her in the film. So, for me, I feel like over time, she's gonna get a little bit darker in terms of her coloring. But I also love how you can see the scratches throughout her. I mean, this girl has been through a lot. I mean, obviously, she did a lot of battling with the raptors and such. You can see a lot of that throughout here in the first Jurassic Park film. And then again, even later on when she had to fight the Indominus. Because remember, we didn't see her in Jurassic Park 2 or Jurassic Park 3. She was reintroduced to us in Jurassic World. And then we got her in every other Jurassic World film. And every single time, whether it be the Indominus Rex, the Carnotaurus, I mean, she fought a lot. And spoiler alert, she does get a lot of action in terms of fighting again in the new Jurassic World Dominion film. So this girl gets roughed up, and I love that they have that roughness to her skin texture and a lot of those scratches on there. I mean, really super impressive. But this is the one that, like I said, I've had on display. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to be able to prop the mouth open because you can do that, and I want to have that roaring sort of thing again. I mean, this was, let's kind of just angle these back. This was the pose that I had, and I want to have something like that. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to kind of wedge something in that mouth. I mean, it's probably just a matter of just taking like a little piece of paper or something and kind of just like wedging it in there. I mean, like something like that. I mean, I'll more than likely do that. I think, obviously not with a little plastic gun, but there you go for the comparisons. Now, as you can see with the details and everything, it's all absolutely fantastic. There is a gimmick with her. Now, you can see that, obviously, with all these new Jurassic figures, you do have the, you do have the little code right there if you want to scan that. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get that to focus. Sorry if that wasn't focusing before, but, I mean, she's gorgeous. Such a vicious animal, but gorgeous. You can scan that if you like. And then you do have these, or this button right down here, which allows you to kind of open her mouth. And that's the gimmick part of it. It's that devouring thing. And then you can also see her mouth has a giant cavity. This entire section here is kind of hollowed out. So let's I feel like I want to use Tim here with this. Now, you use the back and forth kind of motion right here to kind of play, and then you kind of open that and you get this action. Just hold on. And then now you have the tail, and you can move it back and forth. And although you really couldn't see any of that because, you know, it's a little bit too tall. So let's do that again. It's just so fun. I'm going to do this one more time because, okay, so again, you got the mouth that can open and close. You have this, that he's going to fall, that you can use to kind of move Rexy around, and then you move the tail, and there's the thrashing sort of thing. So let's not use let's not use Tim. Let's use Ian Malcolm, because why not? So again, okay. My table here is not terribly solid, so you have to be careful. And then you go like that, bring it down, and now you're gonna rip it back like that, thrash around, and now his legs are sticking out there, but you can, and now he got his little foot is hanging out there. Oh my god, that's great. I love it. I love it. So that, and then you can have him regurgitate. It's such a fun feature. And let's bring in this little fox thing. So he's like, oh no, that didn't work. Wait, hold on, ready? It's a little bit tough because the little fox thing here doesn't sit very well. So there we go. All right, and then oh, now it's just. Oh my god, I'm just having fun. I'm just. Poof. And then, wait. Oh shit. Oh, it's poor guy is choking on. Here we go. Yep. Oh, he gets jammed underneath that little. That might be a little bit too small. Hold on. Yeah, it kind of gets jammed underneath there, so you do got to be careful. But here, so that probably is a little bit too small. Oh my gosh. Absolutely amazing. Now, articulation-wise is kind of limited because all of this action features in there. I do kind of wish you could articulate the head a little bit more. I mean, you can see it goes down, but that's just kind of as part of, you can see that moving there. So, like, if I'm going to go like this and I'm going to have the open mouth, I mean, that kind of brings it down just in general. But you can see that to facilitate the devouring, the mouth does open pretty substantial, which is cool. But for the most part, this is a fairly, I don't want to say static piece, because as you can see, it is articulated. But it is all pretty much built in to the gimmick of, like I said, going down, biting onto something like, and then chewing. Let's bring in Ellie Sattler.
This is what would have happened on Jurassic World, or Jurassic Park, had I been in charge of the movie. So you just oh no, dropped her. She survives. But clearly, Ian. This is great though. It really is, but it is like I said, limited. It's not a bad figure, and honestly, I think that it is, in terms of the overall look, probably the best looking that we've ever gotten. Now, they are coming out with a Hammond Collection one. I am really curious how that one is going to be in terms of the size, because like I said, I really appreciate the scaling with a lot of these human figures, and then even the dinosaurs and stuff. And I feel like the little bit slightly bigger size here works pretty good with a lot of the figures that we've gotten before. It's slightly bigger, like you could see, than this girl. But here, hold on. This is. Oh no, that's going to be harder to do because the dinosaurs are a little bit bigger. So I'm just having fun with this now. Get in there. All right, I'm just making a mess now. Like I said, I do really feel that this is the best Rexy that we've ever gotten. I think that the detail, the sculpt, the paint applications are all outstanding, and will probably take its place in my very limited Jurassic display. But there you go, guys. There's my look at the new Thrash and Devour Tyrannosaurus Rex. Again, I want to send a huge shout out to the folks over at Mattel for helping to make this review possible. If you'd like to pick her up, she is available right now at various retail locations. Or as always, you can go online to places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, or even Entertainment Earth. For all of those, I'll put links right down there in the video description, where you can head on over there and check out availability on her, as well as the rest of the wide range of Jurassic World Dominion figures. And finally, guys, please remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you all again for watching and taking the time to be a kid.